Alright, welcome back to World of Warcraft. We're continuing the Hardcore Warrior run on the official servers. After a somewhat uneventful run, we managed to reach the Zoramstrand outpost. Our group is here. We did the pre-quest, which starts from a drop outside a dungeon. It's called the Damp Note. And now we have everything. There's also a quest to pick up inside the instance from a member of the Arch at Dawn, but that should be it. We're gonna get some decent items, provided that we survive the dungeon. We replaced the hunter that wanted to call it a night with a level 28 warrior. And we're probably gonna be DPSing on this one. Managed to reach this place without too much trouble. Didn't run into any alliance, but that's it for now. We have the outpost and we can fly here when we need to. Also set my Hearthstone back to Orgrimmar. Was a bit more efficient than having it in the Undercity. And now it's time to enter the Black Fathom Deeps. Even though I didn't like the endgame dungeons of classic World of Warcraft, the leveling dungeons were some of the best that I've experienced in the game. I want to say Shadowfang Keep and Black Fathom Deeps are two of the better ones. I think the mage is also done with the sapphires. We're falling behind a bit, but wait, was that a respawn? Yep, that was a respawn. We should be able to find enough here that we don't need to run it again. And a Ring of the Falcon. Not a bad one. Although none of us can really use something like this. A hunter would definitely want a ring like that. Shaman too. Maybe druid. No, the druid honestly not so much. And yes, if you didn't remember, these will constantly disarm you. A druid has a definite advantage here. So does a paladin, although before the Burning Crusade, I'm not sure how viable the paladin tanks were. And it really wasn't until Wrath where they took off. Especially when we were discussing leveling dungeons. And there we go. think the mage still needs a few. Dungeon is going to reset in 2 hours. So we can do it tomorrow if we have to. Mage will be back soon. These are 2030. Moonsight rifle. Yeah, not a bad one. We're gonna need bronze tubes, gizmos, heavy stock, and lesser moonstones. Yeah, we're not gonna be crafting any of these. I think I've got one lesser moonstone. What can I see? Can see some kelp, giant clam. Velte is complaining about the hardest jumping puzzle in the game. I'm not really sure if this is the hardest. Right, so these are actually classified as humanoids. I think the rogue pulled something there. Of the annoying crabs. It's trying to run away. It's really not going anywhere. The turtle. I wonder what can actually drop here. I want to say that there are some decent items in the Burning Crusade and later versions, but you can say the same pretty much about every single boss. Even Ragefire Chasm has pretty amazing loot. true, we can probably skip those. Not sure what the tank wants to do. Maybe they're afraid something's gonna aggro. What's going on here? Are we doing glancing blows? Yes. But they're level 25 as well. I wonder what's going on. Is our weapon skill too low? Belt with 14 points of attack power and a bind on pickup. The belt is not bad. How about this one? I think the tank wants it. Sure, they can have it. I think it's gonna work better if the priest uses the offensive dispel. We don't have a shaman to purge. But then again, you probably needed... Wasn't there a skill only available to mages that would display debuffs and buffs on enemy targets? Maybe our priest really cannot see these ice buffs. I think it's the Sea Witch. Yeah, definitely the Sea Witch. The Myrmidon doesn't have a nice armor. And I don't think any of these satyrs do either. There we go. This worked perfectly. We're frozen, but at least we're not getting slowed further. Oh, it cast it again. Alright. I want to try and mine that if possible. Drinks are for mages. I think the priest is heavily invested into spirit, and this is why he is not really worried about regeneration.
You should not be here. Slay them.
Someone slowed. Movement by 150%. Wait, how does that even work? The Naga Heart Piercer. I'm gonna need on this one. Could definitely use a bow. Next time we're in Orgrimmar, we're gonna grab this one. And then I won't have to complain about running out of throwing knives because we're gonna be running out of arrows instead. Engineering goggles on the torrent. Just 10 out of 10.
Greetings.
So this is the quest, Black Path on Villainy. We're gonna get a decent Arctic Buckler. Lots of spirit, but
Good luck.
these are just itemized classic items. Way too much spirit and everything. The people who designed the items, even the endgame items, probably had very little to do with playing the game or understanding how the classes worked. And this is why you got all the junk, basically. Plate armor with spirit, leather with spirit. Well, you could say that leather could be useful to a druid. I think even some of the here 0.5 sets for rogues had spirit. I know warriors definitely did. Let me take a moment to remind them to breathe. Our mage is using evocation. So these are going to basically cast mana burn all the time. There's a Nova. There's the other Nova. And it lasts full 8 seconds. come on. You can't even use range attacks. They've got it all figured out. Keeping us in the dead zone. The massive battle axe of the bear. This is a two-handed axe. It's not bad at all. Really like the design as well. You could sell this for... Oh, you can vendor it for 30 silver. Could also auction it. Half a gold piece, maybe even more. Most warriors are still gonna be using the Axe of Orgrimmar. This is going to have... what, 3 points of DPS more? Definitely worth it. There's the mana burn. Did they target the mage or the priest? Murlocs. Alright. We definitely need to be careful here. And the chest is not even locked. Come to think of it, we need to find the recipe for the C4 charges. These will definitely come in handy, especially on the higher levels. I wonder if it's actually a drop. I know that blacksmiths can create skeleton keys, which are consumed with use. Well, the same applies to the C4 charges for engineers. I think our priest is taunting the mage about going out of mana all the time. I can definitely say that the way the mage class worked was a bit awkward in vanilla. Way too much drinking. And yes, they do create conjured water and food, but the gameplay loop is just constantly disrupted. Even with evocation, it's not enough. You're constantly drinking. I'm not sure if that managed to sneak up on the mage or it was an actual patrol that we missed. That's an oracle word. Okay, that's a bit strange. I remember that room being full. It doesn't look like... No, maybe it's because we pulled 3 enemies already. I really like the way the tank handles this. And that's it. The boss here, well, it's more of a mini boss. I doubt he's gonna drop a rare item. They're mostly going to be green. Scrap that. The algae fists. That's a solid item. Are we gonna need on this one? Yeah, we're gonna need on this one. And we won it by rolling 100. You don't see that every day. Lorgus jet. Yeah, that's a solid piece. 10 points of strength. Definitely one of the better items. 2 Shadow Stalkers, there's a Hellcaller, and of course the human. That's a nice beard. Never had the chance to look at Lorgus jet up close. Got 1000 experience, we completed the quest. We're gonna have to turn that in. And we're gonna get a decent ring as a reward. Strength and agility. To replace the bounty hunter ring. I did manage to pull 2 of these. Alright, Shadow Stalker means mana burn. Am I tanking? Good question. Is he trying to sap? Right, so apparently discipline is better to solo. Probably because of the one specialization. Yeah, that makes sense. And as for the level, 1 point in tactical mastery, right? Honestly, I can't wait to get 5 on that. Oh, we're disarmed. Don't tell me he's going to pull even more. No, alright. Thankfully not. Clear the top before doing the water part. Yeah, that's a sound plan. Can see something marked. Hex, I don't think Hex is even in the game yet. Probably means polymorph. Our mage is drinking. Hardly a surprise though. immune. Probably was immune to poison. Two elementals. There's another Aquamancer. Polymorph was a good idea here. Definitely a good idea. The Wicked Chain Bracers. Is there a reset spot? I have no idea. There might be for all I know, but it's probably on some of the ruins in the water. That would be my first guess. And the Jagged Star of the Monkey, Sanguine Belt. This requires level 19. I have to say, the design of these one-handed maces, pretty awkward. I can't imagine how a weapon like that would work. Honestly, something like this wouldn't even work if you're trying to hammer a nail. Alright, we shouldn't jump yet. The bright bloke. Honestly, he can have it. Spiked belt of the bear. Come to think of it, we could use this one. Yeah, that's pretty good. Managed to win it. Let's equip it right now. The hammer shall fall upon you. And did they just enlarge each other? Yep. Is that supposed to happen? Okay, after this one we should be ready to jump. I should actually focus on these elementals first. Straight down to the boss. Managed to enlarge that one. So the Reaver is probably the worst target for them to enlarge because they're already doing pretty heavy damage. The Aquamancers are pretty much irrelevant. Oh, they're still evading. Yep, still evading. You have to actually move right on top of them and just make sure that you have aggro. Got a silver vein. Even more spirit. Actually, the priest might want this one. No, it's actually the warrior. All right, they can have this one. There's a dire wand. I'm gonna try to mine this. So the Baron definitely has the moves. What did he just do? Did he start moving vertically? Yeah, that was bizarre. Now we did get the water globe. And the Fathom core is right here. Okay, this is a quest item. Yeah, that's a pretty solid piece. 18.9 damage per second. It's gonna replace, honestly, the mace. Our mage is rejoicing. Finally, he's getting a chance to drink some of the mineral water. "31 priest." What did he try to do? Pick their pockets? Wouldn't put it past him. Chain slippers. But honestly, slippers and mail armor really doesn't go well together. 6 stamina. Yeah, we can keep those. Yeah, these look kind of silly. So 561, 4 strength, 3 spirit. Yeah, it is better. 11 block. Might as well pick it up. I'm definitely planning to do Shadowfang Keep again, but at the same time, we might not get the shield even the second time. We're gonna do Shadowfang and just abandon the quest in the Wailing Caverns. We're gonna be 20... well, we are 26, and we're gonna be 27 when we finish a couple of quests in that area. Twilight Lord Gelris. We're gonna need his head, however... you definitely have to clean the room here. Clean, not clean. You don't need to mop or anything. Clear the room, because otherwise he's going to call for help and end up wiping your group. Shadow Maids, Elemental. The Elementalists have these really high damage shocks. It's actually a... Wait, is that actually a ring? It is. Azora's Will. Priest is complaining about the lack of spirit. Who got it? The mage? Yep. And he's gone. Speaking of spirit, I think Kelris has a pretty awesome staff.
Who dares disturb my meditation? Sleep.
Can we actually remove it? Yes. Okay. That's it, the Rod of the Sleepwalker. One fire at a time. Remember to loot the head. And what about us? Do we miss any of these quests? We have the Essence, we dealt with Lorgus, Atom Core. And the Baron. This is actually listed as an Ashenvale. Well, it doesn't really matter. Shall we? It's actually these soft shells. Yeah, just AoE. Unfortunately, we do not have any. Oh, could use Thunderclap. Akumai servant. You can actually interrupt the crossbow volleys, and you definitely should do that. And what is it now? Turtles? Probably. They're not drinking. Alright. I think he took the whole spirit investment way too seriously. So 3 turtles. We can deal with that. That was marked for ship, and I think it got fireballed instantly. That was a misclick. The rigid cleaver of the whale. Right, so final boss. Oh, the priest is dreaming about the leggings. That means they're probably still a rare item. I think I realized what PC is talking about. There's a piece of cloth leggings here that actually gives you 15 points of spirit. And yeah, that's a lot. Because it's essentially 30 points after you activate spirit. The Akumai. So the Hydra is level 28. Definitely curious to see how much experience we're gonna get. Keller is awarded how much? Only 2,000, really? Is it boss time? No, we're waiting for it to patrol. Could have used polymorph. Need to make sure we're not in the poison cloud. Other than that, the healer might... Okay, that's the poison cloud. Managed to use anti-venom. even though it does display that it works until 25, maybe they don't actually mean enemy level, but poison level. Maybe it's calculated somewhat differently. And there we go. So these are the pants you needed. Well done to everybody. We're gonna pass these. There's an altar. Although you can't really do much here. You get a buff. I remember you get some extra frost damage. Intellect and spirit. I believe that's it. Let me ask if anybody needs anything else. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Big thanks to all our members here. The priest, the rogue, and the mage. We did Shadowfang before. Also had a hunter, he left. And the Tauren warrior was awesome. Tanking everything for us. So I think I'm gonna repair here for a bit. 4 silver. Yeah, I can live with that. Not gonna sell the ore. Okay, there's the knives. Can't destroy them.
Go in peace.
So before I completely forget, I definitely have to go to the weapon master, get the bow skills, get some arrows, and equip our new Naga Heartpiercer. Speed of 1.8. It's gonna be much easier to level up the skill like this compared to a weapon that has a higher speed. Basically, the smaller the number, the faster the weapon is. So 1.8 is pretty fast. That being said, it's the perfect place to end the episode. Hope you're enjoying the warrior playthrough on the official hardcore servers. Doing a lot of dungeon runs, and I am enjoying them. I'll see you in the next part. Although I have no idea what we're gonna be doing. Doesn't matter. We'll see.